I first became a fan of Black Country New Road when they released their single Sunglasses back in 2019. It, along with the album that would eventually release in 2021, seemed to me to be a reflection of the horror of society through the lens of modernity, which is punctuated by the manic and unique vocals of frontman Isaac Wood. His vocals can range from deadpan to screaming his head off in agony. I think his vocal style worked exceptionally well on their sophomore album, Ants From Up There, an exploration of codependency in relationships and how it can utterly destroy someone. But along with that album came the announcement that Isaac would be leaving the band, and a major question loomed over everyone. How would BCNR continue? The band answers the question with this live album. The first track, Upsong, acts as a soaring and triumphant return for the band, as the bassist Tyler Hyde sings BCNR Friends Forever as the rest of the band joins her. It's a moment that I can easily see coming off as cheesy, but instead feels like it sets the tone for the often playful live album. The boy delves deeper into the sense of whimsy and fantasy which are all over this thing. The pianist May tells the story of a robin searching to fix its broken wing, soundtracked to accordion and flutes on top of the usual instrumental palette of the band. It's equal parts tense and bittersweet, and I cannot help but love the children book fantasy this song creates. I Won't Always Love You perhaps takes a bit too long to get to its explosive climax, and probably stays there for a bit too brief a time for me, but when it's on, it's on. Tyler's seemingly reflecting on an argument with someone close to her. It's a song that feels like it would fit right in on their previous work. The two songs of Across the Pond Friend and The Wrong Trousers are sung by the saxophonist Lewis, who I've been seeing get a lot of criticism that I don't really agree with. While the former is probably the weakest song here for me, it has nothing to do with his vocals, and the latter is one of my favorites here. Seeing the band dabble in the sounds of vocal jazz and traditional pop that some of their contemporaries have also done with great success. The only downside to Lewis singing is the inevitable lack of his saxophone playing that adds another dimension to the painted textures this band creates. Laughing Song completely devastates me, especially as it reaches its climax of singing all of the titles of the songs here, but not quite as much as the 9-minute epic of Turbines/Pigs. May takes control of the band again with her utterly gut-wrenching piano playing, a story about a witch flying turns into somber horror as visions of turbines haunt our protagonist. This eventually comes to one of my favorite stanzas of lyrics ever. The song explodes into a coda as it seems that the witch has come to the conclusion to fly away. It seems to me the titular turbines referring to the inevitability of death. It brings to mind imagery of things hitting them while flying, something that our witch protagonist is doing. It's too cryptic to really know for sure, but it feels like the witch is haunted by these turbines, and it makes for what might just be my favorite song in their entire discography up to this point. Dancers is a song worthy of following up such a masterpiece, its refrain getting stuck in my head constantly. As it comes to what feels like the culmination of the entire album, dancers stand very still on the stage. The thing closes out with a reprise of the opening track being a slow and reflective piece that feels like it's looking back on the live album we just experienced. My expectations for whatever BCNR were going to do next have been utterly surpassed, creating a live album that might just be as good as its predecessor. Whether or not the band decides to record these songs in the studio, I'm excited. If they don't, we have this lovely live album, and if they do, I wouldn't mind studio versions of these songs. BCNR Friends Forever. Who knows what you'll do together next? I'm feeling a 9.0 on this album. Thanks for watching the video. Feel free to put your thoughts in the comment section and comment if you want me to review anything else. I plan on only reviewing albums that I really love, but if somebody suggests something that I love, then I'll probably end up reviewing it.